Hello friends, I welcome you all for the discussion with related to the module number 5 of MOB, that is Management and Organization Behavior. Let us quickly look into the content which is included in the module number 5. The topic name or the module name is Motivation and Leadership. Under this, broadly, we are going to discuss about theories of motivation, which are related to the theories of motivation: theory X, theory Y, theory Z, and Maslow's need hierarchy. These are the different theories which we are going to discuss with related to the motivation. Then with regard to the leadership, the content included in the syllabus is leadership styles, and the third part under this module is communications of control, then process of communication, verbal and non-verbal communication, and barriers to communication. This is all about the content what we are going to discuss under module number 5, that is motivation and leadership. Hope you are all with me now. Let us move on to, before jumping into the theories of motivation, I would like to take you to little bit with the introductory part of the motivation. Let us try to understand what is motivation. See, as an individual human beings, we all try to work for one or the other way to achieve our goals. What is the reason behind that? When we think of moving towards our objectives or goals, there is something inside us which moves us, or it is an urge which makes us to achieve something or achieve the objectives of something. So what exactly is this? In management terminology, we call it as a motivation. How can we define this motivation? Motivation is an internal state that propels individuals to engage in goal-directed behavior. Whenever we try to do something or we are trying to achieve something, there is some urge or internal state which propels individuals to continue or to achieve that directed goal or an objective. That is nothing but the motivation. So internally we have something which urges us to achieve, or a desire within us is nothing but the motivation. This motivation sometimes understood as a force that explains why people or animals initiate to do something or continue or terminate a certain behavior at a particular time. Let us assume that every day I want to go for a walk at 5 o'clock in the morning. Why? Why you or me need to go for a walk? It could be because maybe to reduce the fat in our body, to keep ourselves active, or maybe to have a freshness throughout the day. There could be so many reasons. These are nothing but the motives or internal urges which make us to move. Hope you got the point. What is the meaning of motivation? So to put it in a nutshell, motivation is an internal state that propels individuals to engage in a goal-directed behavior. So to achieve something, always there is a component called as motivation. So how does this motivation helps an employee in the organization? There could be so many motives. If we are going for a job, there could be so many motives. One could be to earn the money to lead livelihood. Somebody should go to a work. There could be so many other reasons. For example, to have a better image in the society, people may go for the work, or somebody else may to go for a work to safeguard their families financially. So these could be the reasons when an employee. So when you go to a work, manager should be able to understand, or you being a manager should be able to understand what are the needs of the people so that they work more and more. A manager role is to get the work done by others through being a manager in the organization. While doing that, we are supposed to understand why a particular employee is interested to work in the organization. That need to be understood. That is the important part of studying this motivation. Hope you got the meaning of motivation. Then there are different types of motivation. The two main types are frequently described as being either extrinsic or intrinsic. Extrinsic or intrinsic motive of an employee in the organization. What are these extrinsic motivation? It normally arises from outside the individual and often involves external rewards. For example, if you are a sportsman, normally you may thinking of getting the trophies, or maybe the money, or a social recognition, or maybe a praise by a senior or a management of the organization where you are trying to work. They come from the motives or which ideas initiate from the outside. They are called as extrinsic motivational factors. There are some intrinsic motivational factors. These are internal to an individual. Internal to an individual, are these motivational factors comes within an individual. For example, doing a complicated crossword puzzle purely for gratification of solving a problem. Some people normally they initiate from the within their own to achieve something. You see, crossword, everybody may not be interested. There are some people who are interested to solve the crossword puzzles because to solve the problem or complicated problems. Sometimes some experts have identified there is a third type of motivation which comes within the family. For example, there are some employees who work, who struggle, who work hard in the organization to protect their family. Most of the times, if you look at in the Indian environment, which suits very well for us, family becomes one of the central part for any person or any individual, because always the responsibility, they feel responsible that I need to protect my family, because looking at the family every time they get the idea, they get an idea from the outside considering their family. So broadly, the types of motivations are divided into two types, but the third category, that is extrinsic motivation, intrinsic motivation, and third type of motivation is a family, which suits very well in our traditional establishment as a family, and one person responsibility to safeguard the family, that becomes a motive to continue their work throughout the life. Hope you got, or you could able to understand the types of motivation, though it is not included. Before getting into the discussion with regard to the theories of motivation, I feel this is necessary to give a bit of introduction about the motivation. Now you may ask the question, why motivation is important to an individual as well as an employee working in the organization. The motivation for everyone is important because it increases your efficiency as you work towards your goals. When you have set a goals as a motivational aspect, it increases your efficiency. You work more and more when you know that you are going to get something out of, or you are going to achieve your goal. Motivation also important for which will drive you to take an action. Whenever we take any action, any work is completed or initiated, it is because there is a motivation behind that. There is a motive or an idea behind to complete any work. Then motivation also encourages you to engage in health oriented behaviors, the healthy behaviors. For every individual, there is a need for the good behavior in the organization that is helped by the motivation. It also helps you to avoid unhealthy or maladaptive behaviors such as risk taking and the addiction. This motivation, sometimes we can say that good or bad, what is good for me, what is bad for me, it's all because of the internal or intrinsic motivation behaviors. Motivation also help you to feel more in your in control of your life. So what to do, what not to do can be learned by a concept called as the motivation. Then it also improve your overall well-being and the happiness of yourself. So there are so many important factors. These are a few of the important ones why motivation is required for an individual. Then the next question arises, what are the components of motivation? When you are motivated, when you are charged with the intrinsic or extrinsic motives, what are the components? See, there are people you can find, nobody go for a work, or they don't work, or they are not activated, or they are not active in their life. But when you look at looking into the components of motivation, there are three different components are required for any person who get motivated. There are three components and which are very important. One is activation, another one is persistence, and another one is the intensity. These are the three important components of the motivation. Then what do we mean by activation? Activation is the decision to initiate a behavior. Any activity which if I am supposed to complete that activity I am supposed to initiate. One of the important component of motivation is the initiation behavior. Many people plan but they don't implement or they don't start activating on it. So the first component is activation. For example, an activation would be enrolling in psychology course in order to earn your degree. Unless and until you activate, you initiate, you take an admission to any course or to pass any subject, if you start not preparing for that examination, which would be of no use, you will not earn any degree. The activation, this activation could be sometimes initiated within you, or maybe the environment will make you to take an initiation, or maybe your neighbors or your parents sometimes, but it is always necessary that if the activation comes within you, which will give you a more mileage, or initiation taken by you would be seriously undertaken by anyone. But as a first component, there is a need for an activation, that is the initiation behavior. The second component is persistence. Any activity which is initiated should be continuously or continued effort towards the goal. For example, as I was giving an example of a activation, you have taken an admission as a initiation. But if you are not attending the class regularly, if you are not preparing the assignments regularly, if you are not persistently focusing on the subject or the topic which you have initiated, which is of no use. That is why the second component which is required for anyone is a persistence. Continuously you are supposed to take up. Though we come across so many obstacles, but we need to consistently continue with that. An example of persistence would be showing up your psychology class even though you are tired from staying up late the night or the before. So consistently you cannot give up. That nature is a persistence. Continuously, regularly attend the class and prepare your own notes and to get the attending an examination and passing, which will give you a degree. Then intensity. The third component is the intensity. It is the concentration and vigor that goes into pursuing a goal. Intensity. Intensity is the concentration and vigor that goes into the pursuing of a goal. For example, you have taken psychology course as an activation and persistently you are attending the classes and passing the examination, which only will give you a degree. But intensity, for example, one student might coast by without much effort, that is the minimal intensity, while another students studies regularly, participate in classroom discussions and takes advantage of a research opportunities outside of the class. That is the greater intensity. You are acquiring a degree. Along with the degree, you are adding up the additional advantage is the research opportunities, whatever is thrown by a teacher from the classroom, you are actively, that is the greater intensity. You are not only completing your degree course, at the same time you are acquiring some research skills through additional assignments by taking. That is the intensity. Hope you could able to understand what are the three component of motivation. Before we proceeding further, by now we could able to understand what is the meaning of motivation, what are the different types of motivation. The motivation is nothing but an internal state that propels an individuals to engage in a goal directed behavior. Then we have discussed about that there are three different types of motivation. There are extrinsic motivation, intrinsic motivation, and the family as a motivation. Then we have also discussed why motivation is important. There are so many reasons why motivation become an important aspect. Then we have discussed there are three components of the motivation. Hope you have understood these components as a first part, that is the under module 5, that is motivation and leadership. We could able to introduce ourselves the motivation. When we come back in the next discussion, we will start with the theories of motivation, theory X, theory Y, theory Z, and the Maslow's need of hierarchy. When we come back, we will discuss with the theories of motivation.